Fueled by a passion for turning houses into unforgettable vacation home experiences, Leslie Saunier was named Best Property Manager in Scottsdale, and she understands what homeowners really want, which is why she created the Cortiva collection. Welcome.
Thank you for having me on, Teresa.
So you were actually very early in this market.
Very early.
You started by listing your own home as a vacation home?
I did. I actually took a sabbatical for 2 months to go to Thailand, and my friend in Austin's like, I'm renting out my condo on this newer site called Airbnb. Have you ever heard of it? I had not, because they had just come to Arizona, and so my house in Scottsdale was the 20th listing on Airbnb ever.
Wow.
To put things in perspective, there's now over 6,000 homes just in Scottsdale. So I just happened to get it on the ground up by accident and just kept on going.
So let's just say I'm a homeowner, and like you, I want to go on a sabbatical somewhere fabulous, or I have an extra vacation home that I'm barely using. What do you help families do?
So in Arizona specifically, because I totally believe that the gift in this business is curating the experience locally. So we have the local flair of, I know what is so awesome about Arizona. I know what's so awesome about Sedona because I bring my son there all the time, right? So how do I curate the design? How do I curate the experience so that when other people come to visit, or let's be honest, if we want to do a staycation, that we know exactly what people and families are looking for to have that type of home and rest, relax, and rejuvenate.
Well, we have an example of something you did, which is to add a mural.
Yes.
I love a mural.
Yes.
So we're going to take a look. I think we have a before of this mural. Okay, there we go.
This is a very sterile home. I would say a very sterile vacation rental from the kids' bedroom side, okay? And I actually got my son in and I said, Lincoln, so if we were to do something that would make you very inspired and very excited, what should we put in? He's like, well, duh, Minecraft, Mom.
Of course.
I love Minecraft.
The kid is a 7-year-old boy.
Exactly. So I flew in my friend Sarah Polinick, who's my favorite muralist, to come in and custom paint this mural that is halfway done. It's actually in process right now. You'll be able to see the end product next week on our YouTube page, which is very exciting. But in addition to that, it's making it more homey. Like having the stuffed animals, the stuffies that are themed and exciting, so that people want to book our homes as opposed to somebody else's sterile home.
I love that mural. It does make it homier. It's adorable, and also you know the people who stay there, the things they remember, like the stuffies and the mural.
Right, and like I've talked to a couple of moms recently, like, what is it that, like, your favorite Airbnb experience? And like one of my good friends said, yeah, this is simple things like last time I arrived in Sholo and they had a thing of caramel popcorn at the house, like simple stuff like that that their kids are still talking about, right?
You know, I was just thinking about that. I stayed in Strawberry, and there was a little coffee maker, and it was red, like strawberry red, and that's what I remember.
Cute. Yeah, see?
Cute touches.
Yes, and so when this is all I think about, dream about, everything like that, this is what I interview people about, like, what can we do to make the experience even better? We're not just a regular I'm not just a regular property manager of like, yo, do your listing on Airbnb. Like, I go down to the nitty-gritty of like, what does the 7-year-old want? What does the 13-year-old want? What does the 17-year-old want? What does the grandma want when she wants to, like, you know, get away and read her book, you know?
Well, this is why you're voted top property manager.
Thank you.
And we do have a QR code if you want to see the finished product of that mural. There's a QR code on your screen. Or if perhaps you're thinking maybe there's a little money on the table with your second home or your home, Cortiva, get in touch with Leslie. We'll also have all that information on our website, cw7az.com. Leslie, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
It was really great to have you.
The preceding portion of the Arizona Daily Mix was sponsored by Cortiva Collection.